So to start off with the chain, I feel like we should change the sprockets first, because it'll be easier when we go to do the chain to be able to have the rear sprocket to really hold the chain up. So otherwise we're just dealing with a flimsy chain, and that's not really what I want to be fighting with for a half hour. So I'm gonna grab a wrench to get these bolts off, and then we'll get the new one put right on. Alright, I have the right size for this. Now we're going to get this off. And having the torque wrench and everything available, I will be able to torque these. The last time I did it in my yard at home, because I wasn't up here. And it wasn't terrible, but they definitely were on there pretty good. Yep, they're on there pretty good. I'm gonna grab I have it right here actually. I'm just gonna switch to a bigger ratchet so there's more leverage. Well, I guess it's not a ratchet, it's a breaker bar. If you don't have a breaker bar, I highly recommend them. They don't ratchet or anything, but leverage is key when trying to get tough stuff undone. And this does easily come off of the wheel, like the rim, but I think it'd be easiest to do right in there. Still can't get this bolt off, so I'm gonna have to work on something else for now. Camera died, so now we're back on the iPhone 7. Hopefully it'll work for now. I think I'll put the tire back on for now so I can get the front sprocket changed. I think I'm gonna end up having to cut that stud with that nut off and then just replace it. Not very happy about doing that, but when I went to loosen it, the socket wasn't quite on there square, and it started rounding it off, and then from there it was pretty much done with, which is a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna start getting this back on so we can get that sprocket on. Figured while we're back here we might as well just change these back brake pads. I don't know how easy this is gonna be with one hand, but I guess we will figure it out. I was trying to get that in there, but it's not that big of a deal. I might have to set this down just to break these loose, but other than that, I should be able to get this. One second. Alright, these are broken loose now, so we should be able to spin them right out. Still trying to think of why that sprocket knot just will not come out. I don't understand it. I took it out last year. And it was fine. It wasn't that bad. And all other four come out. So I don't understand why it won't come out. I'm just fed up with it at this point, to where I'm moving on without it for the moment. I mean, I won't be able to ride or anything yet, but maybe by the end of the day I can figure it out. No idea what episode or anything like that it'll be, because everything's kind of being wrong right now, I guess you could say. Alright. That is the rear caliper off of the caliper mount. It looks like those pistons are all the way out, or pretty close to it. I mean, they're pretty far out because these brake pads are pretty well shot. The indicator's here, so there's really not that much left to these, which could explain some of the loss of braking, but it hasn't been super noticeable. But these are the new ones, Yamaha brand. Yeah, they look a lot better. We should have some stopping power after putting those on. If this will stay focused for you. Toyo. Alright. I think we might need this plate off the back of this one. I was going to order another one, like another plate, but I didn't understand why I would have to buy another one if I could just pop that one on this. No point in spending it if we don't need to. Just gotta figure out which one it goes on. And that's the one. Alright, now we can get these in. The shim side goes to the two pistons, caliper pistons, which I might have to, I'm gonna have to squeeze those in. I might have to take the top off the brake reservoir, the rear brake reservoir. I might have to take a little out. Most likely. I could bleed it out of the bleeder screw, but I don't feel like messing with that. I'd rather just push it all the way back up through. So I guess I should dig into that too. Yeah, like I said, it's already, I think that's already pretty full. We could try squeezing them in. I'll grab what I need to do that. What I usually use is just a wood clamp. Usually one or the other will work, and sometimes you need this, which is actually a tire tool. With a car, I usually lay this across the piston and then use the wood clamp to squeeze it. With this, I'm not sure how exactly we'll have to do it because it's the dual. But I think it'll be pretty much the same exact concept. It's interesting that one's bigger than the other. I'm gonna get these pushed in. It'd be, I think, pretty much impossible to do with one hand. But I got those calipers pushed back out and stuck them over the new brake pads. I just gotta get these mount bolts tightened up, and then I could torque those. Now we can move on to the chain, or probably the engine sprocket next. That's why the tire's back on now, so that way we have a way to stop the chain. Because I'm not gonna do it with the gearbox of the bike, 'cause that's how you break teeth in the transmission or something. I'm sure nothing good would come of it. All right, I'm gonna torque these, or check the torque specs on these quick. The torque specs for this bolt is 29 foot-pound, and these ones are 20. So I just guessed and got it pretty close. I'm not gonna mess with getting the torque wrench just to check those two, especially because I'm gonna have to take off the back tire again. So I'm just gonna wait on that part. And I'm gonna dig into this, but I'm gonna do that in another episode, I think, because I'm sure this one is running pretty long. Not really sure what it'll work out to be, especially with having the problems that we did. So the crankshaft sprocket will have to be in another video, I'm assuming, because this one's probably getting pretty long. If this was the first video of mine that you've watched, I usually try and not get really frustrated, but sometimes it just kind of happens. And I have no idea why that bolt won't come out, so we're just going to keep moving on without it. If you're liking everything so far, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe. Like I said before, this won't be the content all the time. This is just kind of getting the bike ready in order to vlog and do different stuff. But thanks for checking out the videos, and stay tuned for more.